Hey there folks, Foggy here. Welcome to day 132 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We're doing a Forbidden 2-pack today. We did Forbidden Island yesterday. We're doing Desert today, not Forbidden Dessert. I'm not going to be doing Forbidden Sky. I don't own it. I'm not going to go out and get it. These games are fun. I just have too many games as it is right now. I'm still sitting with a copy of Lost Ruins of Arnak over here that I'm trying to figure out how to break out one day, and I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to squeeze in a 4-hour gaming session for this war of mine, which is also on my list of things to play. A game I really enjoy, but I feel like it's a little bit close to home with the war in Ukraine these days, and also takes a really long time to play. If you've ever seen playthroughs for it, you'll know that they go on always. This is Forbidden Desert, though. This is not going to go on for 4 hours. This is very similar to Forbidden Island. You're basically trying to get 4 things and then get to a certain point and get out. These are your sand tiles. And when I was practicing this game, I actually ran out of sand tiles. And that's one of the ways that you can lose. And it felt so frustrating to have that be what did me in. Honestly, it was demoralizing. Same basic setup though. You've got same 6 colors, I think. Plus a couple of chips in here. You've got some cards. You've got a little. So this is actually not going to come out and get used because what this is, you have a little track here indicating how many cards you're going to draw each turn for the sand. And normally what you do is you can put it in there so that everybody can see it. Can you see it? No, you can't see it because you have to be able to see a top-down version. So we're going to leave this in here. The rest of these, though, are going to come out. These are different parts for the game. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, a couple minor things. Put this back in. All right. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up the board. You want to make sure that you're looking face down on these and have some idea of what they are. There are several different types of tiles. There are just sort of like these generic, these are places in the desert that you can find that offer gear to help you with your quest to basically fix your flying ship. There are some special spots that are indicated by water on the back that either indicate a mirage or a place to get water. There's 2 waters, I think, in the deck, and there's another water right there, but there's one mirage. There are some tunnels. These are kind of neat because you can use the tunnels to get from any one tunnel to another tunnel, and you can use those to protect you from the sun, which is an important part of these games. And the rest of these are finders. So there's a pair for each of these. We'll go ahead and spread these out a little bit. So there are a pair of squares for each of these. And depending on where you find these, once you actually find both of them and unearth both of them, they will indicate where to find one of the missing pieces of your ship. The propeller, the compass, the engine, the solar reflector panel, and then the engine. And once you reveal both of them, you can place this on the board and then go ahead and try to pick it up. And eventually you have to get to this spot, which is where you will, on your ship, add everything to it, and we'll wait till the end of the game to do that. If we get to that point. If we don't, then I will just go ahead and take you through it. But we'll go ahead and put all these over here to the side. Take these. This is going to get laid out. It's 24 tiles, and it's very similar to the island one, except it is a 5x5 grid with the center missing, whereas Forbidden Island is a 6x6 grid with each L shape on the corner missing, if that makes any sense. So, in this one we will do sort of a random, I'm going to put these down not really caring where they go, just to give a little bit more randomness to how they're going to get arranged. Then we'll sort of shore up the distances between each one. Sort of doing this without looking really too closely. The idea is that I don't want to get too spoiled on what's going where. All right. Now we'll tighten this up. should be nice and mixed. And then you're going to put down a starting array of sand in a diamond. Like that. You'll then start with your board. You'll notice that there are little icons down here in the lower portions, lower parts, that indicate which scale you're using. So for example, this one is for 2 players, this is for 3, 4, and 5. We're going to be playing with 2 players. We're going to play on normal. And as with the Forbidden Island game, this will go up over the course of the game, indicating how many cards that you have to draw when it's time to cause the sand to move. There are a couple different types of cards in this game. There's equipment cards. There aren't many of those. Let's see, I think this is what I want. Yeah, everything else here is, yeah, like that. So there are equipment cards here. There aren't a whole lot. They're just meant to be a few in the game. A lot of them have some basic usages. Things that can jetpack you from one spot to another. Things that allow you some protection from the sun. Some that allow you to clear an entire dune at once, since normally you have to use 1 action per sand on there. There are also these weather cards. These weather cards will indicate how the sands will shift. So let's say you draw a card that looks like this. It's got one. Actually, let's do this. Let's do. Get a second card. Looking for one specific card, and it's not in here. There we go. All right. So let's say you drew this card. You would move this here, and then as soon as you move it, you put a sand on it as well. And then you, on the second card, you would continue to do this. Basically, you're using this to indicate how you fill in the empty spot. Now you'll notice I only moved one here. There's nothing over here, so I can't move that in. And if I were to draw this one again, it would just result in nothing. In fact, when you've got it like this, you'll get nothing if you have anything that fills in this way or this way, you just get to ignore the card, which is kind of nice. But when you do something like this and there's already sand on here, the second one you're going to put down, you're going to put a little X on it. That means that is blocked. You can move your pawn over ones that just simply have a sand on it, but you cannot move through one that is blocked. And then from there, just put them on regular, like that. And like that. Eventually, you'll get some really big sand piles around here. And if you ever do run out of sand tokens, the game is over. Which again, happened to me, and I was stunned. So that comes back out here. This comes here. That goes up here. There are 2 other types of tile cards that come up in the weather deck. One is Storm Picks Up. That basically means that this will tick up 1. So instead of 3 normal, you'll go up to 3 elite, and then you'll go up to 4, 5, or 6. And if you get up to the skull, the game is over. Because this activates while you're drawing the cards, it kicks in for the next turn. So if you're on here on 3, and you draw a Storm Picks Up, and you go up to 4, you don't continue to pick all the way up to 4. You still are just picking 3 that round, but you'll pick 4 on the next round. And then finally, there's the Sun Beats Down cards, and there are only a couple of these in the game. I think there's like 4 total. Basically, when this happens, you'll lose a water unless you're in a tunnel or holding a solar shield. Solar shield, being difficult to say, like a tongue twister, is one of the cards in the equipment deck. I hope I'm recording. It's still saying just 1 second on the recording panel. But also, OBS has been weird with my computer. I think I've mentioned this in the last couple games. It's been very weird. All right. There we go. Give that one last shuffle. There we go. Now it'll go up here. Actually, I'm going to put this down here. I found that this was really difficult to constantly reach for when I was playing the game before. So we're going to go down here, and we'll just do the discards down here. You cannot go off the grid. This is the grid that you're working with. This is the entirety of the desert. Finally, we're going to draw 2 players to work with. Slide this up here a little bit. And I'm not going to look at the cards. Let's see. I'm going to think of a number. Let's go 82. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay. Explorer and the Climber. All right. I like these guys. We'll have the... I like these dudes, these folks. Order of play. Take up to 4 actions. Draw. This gives you a little card here. So you'll take the colors that match. In this case, it's the black and the green. The other ones can just go back to the box. They're not going to be needed. And you'll start everybody on the crashed helicopter tile, which right now you can't see, but that is where you start the game. The climber's ability is may move to block tiles. You may take one other player with you when you move. You and the other players on your tile cannot be buried. That's kind of cool. You'll take a little clip and you'll move it to 3. You put it on the max, essentially. Move, clear sand, and use dune blasters diagonally. That may sound familiar because that was the explorer's role in the last one. And the black character was the diver who could go under any number of missing tiles or flooded tiles. So very similar ability there. The turn order is pretty basic. Take up to 4 actions and then draw storm cards equal to the storm level. The actions that you can take are to pick up a piece once you actually know the location of a piece. You can also remove a sand tile. You can flip over a card, which basically means that you're going to excavate. And that's pretty much it. Now, when you excavate, you're going to do whatever's on the other side, and it might be get a piece of equipment. It might be get some water. It might be get a clue as to where one of the pieces are. When you get the water, there are only 2 spots that you're going to get water. You're going to get 2 waters added to your card, and you can only do this once for that particular tile. So if I go here and I turn this over, that's it. I can't do it for the other character later. That is going to be all the water that we can get from it. There are some items that help you get water as the game goes on, but thirst is a real problem. If your thirst drops down to the skull, game over. If you run out of sand, game over. If you reach that top, game over. So a lot of game overs in this. First thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to use 3 actions simply to get rid of a whole bunch of sand. Oh no, the climber is first. The climber is going to use 1 action to get rid of the sand. The climber can't do anything about the other sand there. We'll go ahead and excavate here and get a piece of equipment. Secret water reserve. All players on your tile receive 2 water. That's going to be very important to use at some point. And then I will simply go here and do another water, or do another explore. And we found our first clue. Now that means that the piece currently will be somewhere in this row. What we're trying to do is find the vertical one. This will reveal, once we find the vertical one, it'll reveal wherever the wheel is. And then that location does not change even if this card gets shifted around. We're going to draw weather now. So the first is an up action. So we're going to move this up, and it's going to get 1 sand. A second one causes us to move down 1. Yes. Which means now it's blocked. We still have a third card to draw, which will be 3. So both of these move, and both of these get sand. And this one's blocked now too. So the Explorer has a couple options here. The Explorer could just go crazy with clearing sand. But I think for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to move here. I'm going to reveal this. This is the landing spot. That's cool. And then I'm going to remove these 2 sands here as my 3rd and 4th action. This can't fill in this way, so this counts as a complementary action. This also can't do, again, we're just basically lucking out there. But then this will fill up sand here and here. All right, the climber can now go. We'll go here, remove a sand, explore. All right, gets another item. I don't think that there's a limit to how many cards you can carry. I should probably check that real quick. And I'll, as my last action, I'm going to move here. Not because I'm going to go for the water on the next turn, but I kind of want to get down to this area and start clearing some stuff out. We're going to draw 3 more cards. Sun beats down. I'm going to lose the solar shield for that player, but then the Explorer is also going to lose a water. Again, there's only 3 of those cards in the deck. Those both move up. So that's now blocked. And that's now got some sand on it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this here. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. Give her a little bit more. I'm going to pretend this is Zoe Bell and this is Flex Lebrec. How about that? So flex here is going to go up 1 and extract. Now, I did both actions at the same time, but it counts as 2 actions. One is the move, the other is the extract. It's not both. So take 2 more actions this turn. I'm going to go ahead and just use this immediately. We're going to go here and extract as well. So that's 2 more actions. Doom Blaster, remove all sand from your tile or an adjacent tile. That's going to be very helpful because I can go here and get like some of this cleared out. But we are going to get 3 more actions. Sun beats down, so we're going to lose 2 more waters, 1 for each. It's a little disconcerting because the Explorer is now on 2. This is going to move here with 1 sand. And then that does not count as an action, so we're good so far. So far, we've not had to worry about any of the that fun stuff with here for 1 and here for 1. So that's all 4 actions. Move 1, extract, move 1, extract. We revealed the yellow card, as well as found another piece of equipment. Jetpack. Move to any unblocked tile. 1 other pawn on your starting tile may come along for the ride. That's kind of cool. So 2 go down, each getting a... Storm picks up. Move the sand storm meter up 1 tick. So now we're on elite. We're still on 3 though. And then this comes up by 1, which is fine. I don't care if this one's blocked. This one doesn't really need to. I don't really need to worry about that. So Sandy here, Flex here is going to go in this way. Use the. Actually, you know what? We're going to hold off for a moment before we do any of that with the Dune Blaster. We're going to go ahead and remove this. Third action is to move here and then flip. And we've now found the wheel. The wheel is on this square, because that's the intersection of the 2 red clues. Now that means on the next turn I'll be able to actually take that. Storm picks up, so we're going to go up 1 more. We're on our last of the 3s. We're going to go down 1. This is going to get another sand on it, but again, we don't really care too much about that. 2. So we're going to get a couple more. What's disconcerting is that this is not a good place for the climber to be. Fortunately, the climber can just climb over this stuff. Kind of not in a good spot. So I think at this point, the climber is going to use the jetpack to get down to here. Now, that does not count as an action. So we will excavate. We have found a gray piece. That's for 2. That's, oh my God. That means that the gray piece is right here. Again, that's the intersection of the 2. It's in this column, this row, so this is the intersection, which is kind of weird because it's ending up on a piece that's indicated there. Last action, I'll move here, and that puts the climber in good position to pick up the gray piece on the next move. Sun beats down. We're going to each lose another water. And I think there's only 3. There's 4 in the deck, so there's still 1 more that could come out. 3. Sun beats down. That's the last one. So the Explorer kind of needs to use some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick this up for 1. 2, 3, 4, and I will use, on the next turn, the climber can use the secret water reserve and go ahead and get us both a couple more waters. So 1, Storm picks up. We're now going to be on 4 for the next one. 2, that's both of these. It's not good because we kind of need to get that water tile taken care of. And that's going to come here. All right, so the climber is going to pick up that and then use the secret water reserve. That's going to give both the Explorer and the climber 2 more waters. Climber, I think, is going to start going this way. Now, climbers use 1 action so far, so this is the second action. Third action is to remove that. Fourth action is here. Doesn't get to explore this one, but that's as far as we're going to go. Now we're going to reveal 4 more tiles. That does not count. That does. That also counts. That tile is now starting to get a little clustered. That's 4. So these 2 tiles also come this way. All right. Explorer is going to go 1, 2, excavate. Gets a piece of equipment, jetpack. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm going to use the jetpack to go there. Actually, we're going to use the jetpack to go here, and we're going to go ahead and excavate this tile. We found more water. So each of these characters gets to get 2 more water. That's good. All right. 1 is going to fill in that. 2 more waters. 3. Holy cow, this is starting to look nasty. And then we shuffle. This is starting to look really nasty. Now, technically speaking, I can have the climber come all this way. And I could even use the Dune Blaster when we get over here. That actually might not be a bad idea. So I got 1 more card to do, and that's 2 up. And that does not affect me. So the climber moves to block tiles. You may take 1 other player with you when you move. 1, 2. We use the duster, even though it's the green player's turn. It does say play at any time. 3. I don't want to necessarily excavate there yet. So actually, we're not gonna clear that. We're just gonna leave that as is. We'll come here and we'll worry about getting some of these excavated. All right. 1, that does not have an effect. That does not have an effect. That does. And then these 2. And we're going to get 2 more. Now we're going to use the Dune Blaster. The Dune Blaster is going to come in here, clear out all this sand. 1, 2. Another Dune Blaster. I'm going to go this way this time. 3 and 4. We've got the yellow. Sorry, the orange. We've got the orange one now revealed. We've got 2 pieces so far. We just need the other 2, and then we can get to the landing pad. But unfortunately, that's not going to do me any good. And because this is in the center now, this is definitely going to have some effect. So we're going to each lose a water. We're going to each lose a water. This is not good. Oh, and I used that other Dune Blaster, didn't I? This is going to go this way. This is going to go this way. And get that. All right, so the climber, Zoe, can climb onto here, remove that for 2, move down to here for 3, and reveal for 4. This is revealing where this is, so, and it's right on her spot, so she's now found that, so that's good. Can't claim it this turn, but that's still good. I'm not sure whether this was here or here, so I'm going to hope that that was there. 1. 2. Oh my lord. This is where you start to worry about the number of sand tiles that have been used. I mean, you see how much has been used. 3. This is a lot. 4. A lot of sand. All right, so now the Explorer gets to go. The Explorer is kind of stymied here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found some equipment. Solar shield, that's good. 1. Does not have an effect. That does have an effect. We are running out of sand here. That's not good. So the climber will go ahead and take this. 1, 2, and then 3. That's as much as they can do, as Zoe can do. Storm picks up, which is actually for the best, I think. We kind of want to get fewer sand here, be used here. But we kind of need a dustbuster at this point. We need a dune buster to basically clean up a lot of this stuff. I think at this point, I need to have 1, 2, 3. Found a tunnel. That's good. There are so few tunnels left in this game. I mean, the thing is, like, I think there's 3 tunnels overall, and none of them have been revealed. So 4 will be the last one. Sun beats down, so the climber's going to lose 1. Climber's got to worry about water. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I just realized I should not have lost the solar shield because I was already in a tunnel. This is not looking good. 1, 2, 3. So found a tunnel. And that's it for actions. Oh, I should have. You know what? If I messed up, I messed up. Say, Libby, sun beats down. One player's in a tunnel. The other player isn't. The other player dies. And that's it. That's Forbidden Desert. Unfortunately, we did not quite get there. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure where this last one was. So there's the other tunnel. That's cruel. That would have put that there. Which I think is also where I picked up one of the, or that's I should have been a little bit more cognizant of that. But the idea is that once you get that far, and I was way too behind on my sand removal. I only had 2 more sand left, so no matter what, I was dying on that turn because the entire place would have been sanded over. But once you get here, then you take the parts that you've gotten. You take your engine, you put it in the center there. Take the little propeller, put it on there. Take that. That should go in the center. This goes upside down into this hole. This actually does snap in. There we go. Nice satisfying little clunch there. And then if I had escaped, I could have had these 2 fly out. Woohoo! We're out of the desert. Let's go. Let's go kill some Jawas. Which is horrible. I don't know why they're so anti-Jawa. But that is Forbidden Desert. This was a relatively quick one because I think, again, we died from sun and sand. These games are tough, but I like them. They're not necessarily my first choice when playing games, but having broken them out after not playing them for quite some time, I enjoy this. This was a lot of fun. I got to give credit to Matt Leacock, who I think designed this one as well, and Game Right for putting together a well-polished production. Again, I don't have Forbidden Sky, so I won't be doing that one next. We'll go ahead and put these all back in. It's kind of a fun exercise in how to put games away. These ones, fortunately, fill this slot really nicely, so it's really easy to figure out that these go here. What's less obvious is where everything else goes. That's where I start to run into some, I don't know. So, for example, like that goes down here. Actually, I think I put all these cards in like this because it's easier to get them out that way. I feel like you could make an argument for just putting them straight up and down, but then they're going to be really difficult to actually pull out of there. Let's put all these in. So this will go here. I think that can just go down there. these. Combine all these together. I think you got to see also all of the different types of equipment in this game. There's not many, and that's okay. That'll all go there. These will fill this. These will go here. And much as with the other deck, the other game, this could just go in the side like that. As long as you don't forget about it. I think it's meant to go here, because that actually kind of hurts. I think it's meant to go here. Maybe. I don't know. This will go on the top. Forbidden Desert. Nice tin. You don't really see too many tins these days, mostly because I think that they're less friendly for storage. I think that there's a cost issue associated with that. But it's fun. Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert, and that's those two games. And we managed to get neither of them, so we remain beaten by the Forbidden Things, which is a lovely subtitle for an album, but just not mine. Folks, thank you for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow with yet another board game. See ya.